going on, guys? Mr. Cornell here again. I am I know Delta Math is giving you guys some problems. So what I'm going to do is I made a student account. I'm going to go into Delta Math. I'm going to go over 1 to 2 problems of each topic that you guys can see how to do each of these topics, and should make life easier for you guys because the problems are basically very similar. So you can use what I did. Go check my YouTube video out with this of how to do the Delta Math work. Go back to yours, and hopefully this will alleviate any problems, all right? So let's do it. Here we go. So the first one I clicked, if I go back here, finding angles in transversal problems. Guys, when it comes to these type of problems, you need to just go back to my YouTube video of parallel lines cut by a transversal and just go over the angle identifications. It tells you which angles form different relationships, and that's the only way you're really gonna know this is because it's like correspondent, alternate interior, alternate exterior, and you just needed to know them. So go there or go to my Google website, guys. The first packet on there gives all of these angles that are formed by parallel lines. All right, so here we go. We got consecutive angles here. So what angle, so since these are consecutive because they're inside on the same side of the transversal, consecutive angles add up to 180 degrees. So you need to know that because now to find x, you have to say what number plus 36 will give me 180 degrees. So 144 plus 36 will give me 180. So that's how I know that's my answer. Okay, you see the example? And guys, if you get it wrong, you need to look what you got wrong and look, it tells you. Like here I got it right, but if you get it wrong, it will tell you. So you need to look through this, all right? Just don't say you don't get it. I need you guys to really try. I know it's difficult, but you got to take it upon yourself. I'll do one more. X, so 25 is given. So what is the relationship between 25 and X? It's correspondent. And you need to know when it corresponds, that means it's equal. So X is also going to be 25 degrees. And bam, look, they're congruent. Remember, corresponding angles are congruent. Congruent means the same. So please make sure you read these problems if you get them wrong and read the example it gives you, all right? Let's go back. Perfect squares, guys. This should be, gives you a time cap, 100 seconds. Try to do as many as you can. Now, perfect squares means this. Here we go, 11 squared. That means 11 times 11. It's the same thing for all of these. So a number squared means that number times itself. So 11 times 11 is 121. 12 squared is 144. 10 squared means 10 times 10, 100, all right? You could keep going on and on and on with these. That's all it means. It means that number times itself, done. Have a calculator next to you, open up your phone. This should be relatively easy. Both of these assignments, this one, 1 through 30 might be difficult for you because they're bigger numbers, but guys, use a calculator if you have one to make life easier, right? So these two are the same exact assignment, okay? Just perfect squares number 2, it just has bigger perfect squares, okay? Now let's go to Pythagorean theorem number 1. This, I'll do a couple examples. So now look, it has 30, 40, this triangle. I'm gonna do it on a whiteboard so that you guys can see me do it. All right, here we go. So I have a right triangle. How do I know it's right? It's got that box. That box means 90 degrees. I have 30, length 30 for one side, 40 for the other. Now to find the missing side of a right triangle, use the Pythagorean theorem. You should go back and rewatch my YouTube video. So what's the Pythagorean theorem? A squared plus B squared. Bear with me right now because I'm doing this with the mouse pad. Equals C squared. Now, how do I find this missing side? I find this missing side by first doing this. I draw this arrow out of the right angle, this box. The box means the right angle, 90 degrees. Why do I do that? Because whatever this arrow points to means that it points to the longest side of a right triangle, which is the hypotenuse, also known as C in the Pythagorean theorem. So now I know I need to solve for C, so I leave C squared by itself. You're not plugging a number in, guys, because that's what you have to find. 30 and 40 are A and B. They're two smaller sides of the triangle. So then you simply replace A with 30. So it's 30 squared plus 40 squared. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do this easily. Now, guys, listen, if you have your phone, you can pull up the calculator and do this, right? So 30 squared is 900. I know they're larger numbers, but you have a calculator, so use it. I think Delta Math, you could pull one up too. Let me check after this. And then 40 squared is going to be 1600. And then you're going to add 1600 and 900, right? Because that's going to give you what c squared is. 2500. So 2500 equals c squared. Now to find your final answer, now I'm gonna go back to read to see what it wanted. To get rid of this square, guys, this is always gonna be the final step, is take the square root. It's that symbol. So your answer is the square root of 2500. Now let's see if it wants the square root of 2500 as answer, or they want us to actually plug that into our calculators. So let's go back. Find the exact length of the third side. So they want us to take the square root of 2500. Now I'm not sure if, so 2500. Now find the exact length. So square root of 2500, if you want to do your calculators, if you have an iPhone, guys, look, if you go like this with your iPhone and flip it like this, it comes up scientific. So if I type in 2500, it's going to be 25, I believe. And you hit, look, the square root symbol in this calculator is right there. It's the square root of x with the 2. So it's, I don't know if it's hard to, it's that one. Square root with the 2 there. And it's going to get 50, okay? So the exact length of this is going to be 50. I'm just curious. That's your answer because I took the square root of 2500. If I do 2500 and then take this, no, it just puts it under there. So put 50. Oh, guys, you hit that little keyboard. Look at it pops up. So watch what I'm going to do here for you guys. I'm going to type in 2500. Oh, boy. Let me delete all this. I'm going to go 2500 and then hit the square root button. Oh, let me go back. Sorry, guys. It's all new for me, too. So I hit the square root button, which is this symbol right here. That's square root. I hit 2500 and hit enter. Enter. Now let's see what happens when I hit submit answer. Bam, got it right. Okay? So let's do one more. So I got 10, I got 3. So here, I was going to erase this quick. It has 3. It has 10 up here now. So it is 10, I think, right? No, 3 was up there. Let's just look again. Yep, okay. Okay, so 10 and then 3. Now, how do I find this? Now look, it points, this is pointing to the hypotenuse of 10. So now you have C. C is 10 squared. How did I know that? Because it's opposite the right angle. I have A, which is 3 squared. Now I just need to find whatever letter you didn't fill in, which is B squared. So now it's an equation. We'll watch. So just do your math. 3 squared is 9 plus B squared equals 10 squared is 100. Now guys, when you solve this equation, now you're solving for B squared. So you have to move the 9 to the other side. How do I move 9 to the other side? Is by doing the inverse. So you subtract. So then B squared, just like a normal equation, guys, B squared equals 91. Okay, now what's the final step here? How do you get rid of the squared here? You take this square root symbol of 91. Let's go back to Delta Math. Now your answer, now let's pull this calculator again. Your answer should be the square root of 91. Now, okay, so now this is why I got it wrong. I know that I have to put this into my calculator. They don't want just the square root of 91. They want me to round it to the nearest 10. When it says that, guys, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to say 10 times out of 10, they want you to take the square root of it. So then you have to go to your calculator and then take the square root of 91. It's not a perfect square, so it's going to be some crazy decimal. So it's 91, and then it's that symbol, the square root symbol with the 2 there. It's hard to see, I know. It's going to be there it is. Okay, look, we had it, square root of 91, but they told you they wanted you to round it to the nearest 10. So then I simply actually take the square root of 91, put it right in your calculator, and you get 9.5 because it's the nearest 10. Okay, and that's it, guys. So hopefully this will help a little bit, kind of show you what you had to do in each topic. Guys, please go now, try this. If this helps, please leave a comment down below that you got it, or leave a comment that you're still not getting it, and then we will try something new. All right, so something we both need to work on, but if you guys don't let me know, some people do let me know, and I appreciate that. That's why I'm doing this video. If you don't let me know, I don't really know. So please get those assignments done. That's how you're gonna get graded. You notice on PowerSchool, I put grades up, so make sure you guys get it done. Leave a comment if you guys kind of got it, understood it. This was a help if it was a comment. Like the video, subscribe, do all that good stuff, guys. Remember, we are the Math Fam. I am Mr. Cornell, and one love, guys. Peace.